Welcome to Inside the Islanders. I'm George Matthews, along with the chief scout for the Charlottetown Islanders, Gilles Tremblay. We're here in Sherbrooke, Quebec for the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League 2015 draft. And Gilles, this you're not necessarily an old pro here at this right now, but this is your third season as the chief scout for the Charlottetown Islanders. Of course, in the first 2 years overall, you're pretty pleased with what you've been helped at least to be able to bring to the Charlottetown Islanders. Sprong, Goulet, to mention just a couple. Last year we had a forward line combination of all 16-year-olds, obviously, and as well a young defenseman by the name of Andrew Smith we've yet to see. But perhaps just before we talk about this draft here, some thoughts on the draft that occurred back here in Sherbrooke in 2014.
Well, it's a deeper draft. I believe it's not a draft of exceptional player, but a good player that will make a good junior player for sure. And we will have a good first round pick for sure.
At number 5, you've got a pretty good pick. But in Charlottetown this past season, Gilles, we had Guilbeault along with Getson, as well as Balmas, all, again, picks from the 2014 draft. At some times during the season, all played as a forward combination. As a chief scout, you got to be pretty pleased that you would have success of 3 16-year-olds coming out of the draft and playing their first season in the Q.
Yeah, it's for sure. We're happy about that because the best place to develop the player is with our team, but we have to spend time to develop them, and that's what we did last year, and that's what we want to do also in the near future, because the best place to develop our player is to play in the same caliber than the rest of the team, and that's why next year we will have the Andrew Smith on that, and it will be part of the increase of the team,
Well, like a lot of landscape, I would think in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, they like their skilled players, and they also like their physical players as well. Andrew Smith at 6'6", 203 pounds approximately, coming into the league as a 17-year-old, certainly will physically have a presence.
Yeah, for sure, Andrew. He will be better in our league than he was in the midget league because it was really tough for him to play against a small player at 5'6" or 5'7" because he doesn't know where to put his arm, and it was tough for him. But in the Q, he will be exactly where he has to be, and for sure we will see a player who has fair feet and who can play a mean game, and he will not be far behind David Henley on that side.
Now, when we look at this upcoming draft here, obviously taking place this weekend, early in June of 2015, for the Islanders, let's firstly go over the draft. You've got the 5th pick overall, but not much in the 2nd or 3rd, at least as we do this interview, but you've got multiple rounds with multiple picks.
Yeah, we have a lots of pick. And, when you look at other team, sometimes the good player became from later pick, and everything is based on development, and we have to make sure that's character kid that we draft to make sure that they will continue to work after the draft, because the draft is one thing, the number where your draft is one thing, but the way you will manage your future, it's another thing. That's why you need to find good character kid.
And so, of course, that's all up to you.
Yeah.
Put a little pressure on yourself there.
Well, we're a team. We work as a team, and we really believe that we need to build a hockey team as a team, and that's the way I manage it.
Gilles Tremblay guesting with us on Inside the Islanders here in Sherbrooke. And, of course, let's get down to perhaps more of the details of this particular draft here. The Islanders picking 5th overall in the draft. There was some speculation that perhaps the draft early on might have a top 3, a couple of good goaltenders as well. But just over the last 24 hours, again, the landscape has changed here a bit.
Yeah, the landscape's changed, but the young Villano came in the draft, changed all the thing and all the talk between the team, because few teams are expecting to move their pick and decide to keep their pick, and this changed all the draft because we for sure have the option to have a really good player at number 5, and maybe a good player can slip, and if it's the case, we will pick a good player for sure.
Now, Gilles, when it comes to that 5th pick, and you've said already a couple of times in this interview, but just a final question here, this 5th pick, we talk about the first 3 or 4 picks, pretty good offensively gifted players, I think, for the most part. What type of player potentially could you see with that 5th pick for the Charlottetown Islanders?
Well, we have, as you know, our need is not specific need because we have lots of depth presently in our team, and we will look to take the best player available for us at that rank. And for sure, if one of the top end forward player is there, we will take it. But after that, we can, if he is not there, we can take a goalie, we can take a D. Lots of good players still there after, and we will manage it on the floor.
You feel pretty comfortable going into this draft now, knowing that, again, your scouts have worked all season long and you're well prepared.
Oh yeah, we're really well prepared, and we know where we go, and we know what is our need, and we know the way we want to build the team, and that's the way we manage it.
For Gilles Tremblay, the chief scout of the Charlottetown Islanders, I'm George Matthews for Inside the Islanders here in Sherbrooke, Quebec, Draft 2015.